Almost a full month since my initial established titles video went viral, and it amazes me that we are still discovering every week new shady information related to this company and their sister brand Kamikoto knives. Now before I show you even more damning revelations, I want to show you that even intelligent people were fooled by this scam, as Coffeezilla admitted in a recent clip that when he saw these sponsored videos, even he thought from the ad reads they were selling actual plots of land that made you lords and ladies.
Are you going to cover the established titles controversy, Steven? Yo, okay, here's a question. Established titles, I thought was a little bit of a softballer. I don't know. What do you think? Would you think it was a bad one?
It all depends on what your initial thought of what established titles was. If you thought it was a actual, when I first heard about it, I thought it was an actual loophole. I mean, call me stupid. I did not think it was a gag gift. I thought they actually bought a little plot of land in Scotland for you, and you actually, let me preface this by saying,
right.
I don't know much about it, but I had heard some of the ads before Scott Schaefer did his big video about it, and it blew up everywhere, went everywhere. But I thought, hey, they're promising lords and ladies, like I'd actually get a legal title. And I think I think it was the tenor of the ads that I personally saw, was that they implied that.
Yeah.
That is a scam. Because you don't actually get that. You don't actually, it's not legally valid.
Now, Coffee is not a dumb guy, and I'm sure if he had done some research on established titles, he would have quickly realized the disconnect from the ad reads they want you to believe and what they actually sell you. But what he said was very important in the sponsored video he saw, and he doesn't name which ones, but it was clear to him that it was designed to convince people this was a legal loophole and not just a gag gift. Many YouTubers who were sponsored by them have since said everyone knew it was a gag gift and just for fun, and that clearly isn't true if the #1 investigator on YouTube believed this was real from the ads he saw. Now from there I want to go over the insane amount of money established titles was throwing at creators. Since my video went viral, many creators who were sponsored have decided to share what they were offered by the company. The largest I heard so far was from Isaac Butterfield, an Australian comedian, who admitted established titles offered him $100,000 for a 2-month period sponsorship.
But just 2 weeks ago, Scott Schaefer, a YouTuber out of America, put out a video claiming that they are a scam. And he called out a lot of the creators who were actually promoting established titles. And I was one of them. I signed a deal with established titles, and I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for revealing this, for a 2-month period that was worth well over $100,000. So, thanks, Scott!
Now I want you to understand just how insane that is. The only reason established scams would offer Isaac $100K for 2 months is if they believed they would make all that money back from people who signed up from watching his videos. With this type of product that has almost no cost of goods, most of their money goes into marketing and can often reach up to 50%. So using that, they were expecting to make $200K at least just off those who signed up from Isaac alone. Now Isaac was not the exception to the rule. Many other creators were making the same, if not more, from their deals. And it's clear established titles was spending millions of dollars a month on marketing. All this leads up to potentially hundreds of millions in profit for the company. Keep in mind this was the perfect grift. They have almost no expenses since the land was bought a couple years ago. All they have to do is send you a PDF file or a printed copy if you offer the higher tier package. It's almost a pure profit sale for them after marketing cost. I'll have a link below to Isaac's video. He interviewed me in the video, and he was also going to interview established titles founder Katarina Yep, but she decided to back out at the last second, which in my opinion was a wise decision, because after her interview with Paige Christie, she ended up just making her company look worse by admitting the ad read they gave to creators was confusing and needed to be redone.
When you read it one way and when the creator says it in a different way, it translates completely differently.
That's a really good point. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I think we'll have to rephrase that or look at what we're saying and try to make it clearer.
Now, since my video exposing the company, many other YouTubers have been investigating them as well, and I wanted to make sure the information they found gets the credit they deserve. The Mad Catster discovered that the land established titles is selling is actually owned by the parent company Galton Voice, which is an even more confusing because you're paying established titles, but another company owns the land they claim to sell you.
Then you go to the ownership information and, surprise, it's owned by Galton Voice Limited, which is the company that Katarina Yip and William Wolfram are both involved in. So now we have our answer. Galton Voice Limited is the owner of the land. And because, like I said, I couldn't find any such legal corporation called Established Titles, Established Titles doesn't even own the land they're pretending to sell you. So not only are you not buying a piece of land, but the people selling you the piece of land don't have any right to sell it to you. And in actuality, the title holder is Galton Voicey. They're the ones who have the legal right to sell the land, even though they're not really selling it. So you should be buying the land from Galton Voicey, not from Established Titles. So, and like I said, it could be a DBA name. I don't know, but I can't find anything that indicates to me, other than what's on the internet, I can't find any legal references that show me that Established Titles is a real company.
Now from there, let's talk about their fishy sister company, Kamikoto Knives. Now in the video I did about them, I mentioned their supposed address in Tokyo has changed a few times, and I was skeptical if they actually maintained an office in Tokyo. What I didn't mention is that I was planning on going on vacation early next year to Tokyo, and was planning on actually trying to visit the office to see if they were really there. However, it seems I no longer need to do that, as another YouTuber based in Tokyo decided to visit the address they have listed on their website, and as a surprise to no one, they don't actually have an office there.
Then getting off the elevator, I was confronted by a list of 7th floor tenants. Looked at it and, let's see, open office, Spice, TBS Sparkle. No Kamikoto showroom. That's strange. Well, at this point, I walked around the entire 7th floor of the Daiwa Akasaka building. It wasn't that large. And found that there are only 2 companies housed there. One is a TV production company named TBS Sparkle, and the other is a graphic production company, which I think is most likely affiliated with TBS Sparkle some way. And that company is named Spice Group, has nothing to do with spices. I went through the trouble of going up to each door on the 7th floor of the Daiwa Akasaka building and found nothing, absolutely nothing, vaguely resembling the Kamikoto showroom. So there you have it. Now you know exactly what I found when I visited the head office of Kamikoto Knives in Tokyo. I found nothing.
Now all the videos I mentioned will be listed below for you to check out, and I'm very proud that people have continued to help uncover just how scummy these companies run by Galton Voicey seem to be. I've since reached out to Kamikoto Knives by email, asking why they are not at the location listed on their website, and so far have not received a response. Since my video, I've received over 100 emails and DMs from people who were thinking about buying products from Established Titles or Kamikoto Knives, and now are not, and thanking me for helping them realize that what these companies truly are. It really does mean a lot to me that I was able to help a lot of people not get scammed. Now my hope would be that this would be the end, but sadly there are hundreds of other companies just like this, preying on people all over social media, and what I've done so far is just a small dent in a very, very large problem.